Welcome back to another episode of the RADELAIDE Summit Podcast. This week's episode we cover Olympian and Aussie track star Matthew Glaetzer joins us. My room at Alex's house is almost complete. The RADSUM crew try their luck in front of the camera, and of course more. Come along for the ride.
If you're new to the podcast and haven't listened before, each week we scour the Strava leaderboards, watching you do efforts up Norton Summit and discuss them here on the podcast, whether you like it or not. There's a chance we might shame you. We promise not to name you personally, and the odds are high we will definitely shame ourselves because most of us are not as fast as you.
Maybe this week.
Look, at the end of the day, our goal is to encourage and celebrate everyone going up Adelaide's best hill climb, Norton Summit, and reaching their own goals. So with that, let's introduce ourselves. We are your summiteers. Wang.
G'day.
Gashi.
Ciao, ciao.
Glaetzer.
G'day, guys.
And I am Alex. Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners, to another RADELAIDE Summit podcast.
As always, we need to know what's been happening on or around the summit this week. Matthew.
Hello. I was on the summit this survey, but
Is he
more
the
of
only
that.
one that's done the summit this
More
week?
of that later.
He was the last.
No, actually, I did do it. But my wahoo went flat. More on that later.
Oh, okay. What did I do this week? Work-wise, I worked 5 days this week.
How many vouchers did we get?
How many
That's up to
vouchers did you get?
150.
Can you just inform our guest what?
If you didn't listen to our last episode, my work to encourage attendance up to the end of the financial year, they're giving us...
Don't make it sound like it's a good thing. They're encouraging you to do your job.
Yeah, basically they're encouraging us to do our job. So they're giving it for every day. It was only for 2 weeks, so last week just gone and this week leading up to the end of the financial year. $30 gift voucher for every day that we attend work and finish our shift.
So how's your attendance been previously to warrant this incentive?
Mine's been okay,
Company.
but it's call centre, so it's,
Extra $30 a day. How
yeah,
good?
$150 this week just gone. Another $150 coming, and it's in vouchers,
Tax-free
so it's
too?
tax free. So
Prezi?
Prezi vouchers. Yep. So which they love doing that. So yeah, up to 150 on my vouchers this week. So that'll be spent soon.
I know.
Not only have you banked all the stickies previously, but now you got all the vouchers.
And he's in a bit of shock.
So we get-
looking,
Any of
going,
my
what the
staff are
actual...
listening, don't even try this.
I suggested it to your apprentice.
No. He doesn't rock up anyway.
Well, he did. He had 100% attendance last week.
That's what he puts on his timesheet.
So Monday was just a normal triple Zwift day, and then had Nate's basketball after work. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday were the same because the weather was pretty shitty.
Do you do basketball? Like, what do you do at basketball?
Just watch.
You don't support? Like, don't get in there and coach and...
Nah, I don't know anything about
Box on
basketball.
with the other dads or anything?
Yeah.
No, I'm very.
You
It's
just
probably
dribble?
hard to
Antisocial?
believe.
A little bit of dribble?
No, I don't dribble. Double dribble. It's probably hard to
shit.
believe, but I'm very quiet when it comes to kids' sport.
That is what.
No, very, very, very quiet. I don't say a word at all to
Really?
Nate or to umpires or anything. Yeah, because I think that's just poor form, and I see so many
I
parents
agree.
do it,
Well done, Matthew.
and it's
Actually.
embarrassing for their kids. So, yeah.
Well done, mate.
I just sit away from it all
Good,
and just
you're-
watch from afar. Friday was just a morning Zwift and lunch Zwift, and then went out after work quickly. Yesterday I rode down to Chop.
Classic.
Didn't do Chop.
That is, I know, but that's your
But-
move.
Did you go out yesterday?
No,
Fucking how cold was it yesterday morning?
cold in my house, yeah.
0 degrees when I
Cold.
left at 7. Like, still didn't have leg warmers on there. And yesterday brought up the big milestone for me. So you'll be impressed with this, Matt.
50.
You're pregnant.
2,000 consecutive days without a day off the bike was yesterday.
You're joking.
No, serious.
2,000?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So I hit the magic number yesterday, but didn't have a day off today. So still rode today.
How many hours did you do this week?
21. 810K, 21 hours this week.
I think this explains the work attendance issue.
No, well, I'm 100% work from home, so it's very easy to
Oh,
get
there
on
you go.
Zwift.
In his defence, I know, but you have been pretty good attendance-wise with this job.
Yes, because I actually don't mind it. It's actually not a bad job. This morning, just did a Zwift before Nate's footy. Then he had footy.
Did he get up?
No, they got pumped by Jeps Cross, so which are a pretty dirty team, but all good. And then went for...
Don't say anything.
No,
Back.
they might be listening. Then did a couple of hours after that. Went out with Sturmy and Did a bit of a Norton nudge.
That's a Keystone.
Yeah, he does.
He rides for Keystone now.
Was he in his kit?
Sean. And that was about it.
I only found that out before.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about yourself, Alex?
Well, you've made me feel like a sloth, haven't you? I shouldn't
That's
put
not
you
unusual.
first anymore. At the back just to bring up the average.
He's got like a paragraph on his run sheet about what he's done this
I've
week.
just got to remember what I do.
Yeah.
When he writes, though, you see him use finger spaces?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my slothness is going to change soon. There's one more week, one couple of hop-space sports drinks between me and my new training program. So that's going to kick off July 1. All I did this week was I walked up Lofty Monday night. I went to the gym.
Monday night?
Monday night in the dark.
Really?
Gym Tuesday, Echelon Wednesday. I met with Super Cyclist on Thursday, which was we were just holding the fort for Greek School Ride, even though Miss Piggy was down and out. My bike was flat, my lights were flat, my wahoo was flat. So my chain was squeaking, so we rode up Norton.
You know what you could have done to the chain? Bit of that huck to it.
Nathan was creeping, so we went up the summit, straight back down to the tower, and we sat there for 2 hours and drank lemon lime bitters.
There was a couple of shots there as well.
There was a lot of shots, because you could scan the barcode
Mid-ride?
on the table.
Jesus.
Lucky it's only 3K from home.
Exactly. So did that. And then Friday, I picked up the floorboards for your room.
Yes.
Saturday, I laid them.
I'm sleeping on the floor tonight.
Did the architraves, aircon, manhole, all that jazz. So I'm literally like a bit of gap filling and painting away from a usable space. So I'm going to be happy when that's done because I'm cooked. And then we're here.
It's a big week. Not necessarily on the
bike, but yeah, lots of
but
other
a big
shit
week.
going on.
How good.
What about you, Kashi?
I've already started my training camp.
Oh, early.
Yeah. I need to be fit.
Getting the upper hand up on Alex.
No, I just don't want to make a bloody... what's the word?
Really
Full.
want to show it to him in Masters 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, yep.
No,
It's not happening.
Just want to get fit. So just ergs, basically. Full dad duties. Work's been actually amazing. It's good. Couple of climbs here and there. Went to bounce today with G.
Good.
Was good. Went to Messina afterwards. Life's pretty good.
Did you have vanilla ice cream?
I got tiramisu.
You told us last week that vanilla was your favourite.
Yeah, but if I'm going to go to Messina, I'm going to treat myself.
All out.
Yeah, tiramisu there is delicious.
No lineup today.
That's the
because
new
it's
one.
Minus 10.
Yes. Yeah, I know. But all in all, it's been good. Did a heap of work around the house this week too. So all in all, it's been really good. Super low key, but really good.
Good.
Very happy. Our guest. How about you? How's this week been for you?
Yeah, this week has thankfully been a bit of a lighter week for us, training-wise. We've been hit pretty hard the last couple of weeks. So we're starting to get into the lighter load heading into the games. And did a bit of back squat on Monday.
Ooh.
Cracked the 200 kegs for the first time this season, which was nice.
Yes.
So that's always a good number to see. And
One-legged.
So Monday is a big day for us and a lot of team focus on our starts, with team sprint being our big focus for this games. And Tuesday, didn't do too much. Wednesday, again, big training day. And Thursday was my wife's birthday. So had a bit of a day out with her, which was fun. Went to brunch and went to a dessert place called Lunar Landing.
Heard of that.
Down Brompton Way.
Okay.
And they're like Michelin star looking desserts that are pretty cool.
Lunar Landing.
So I saw it on the socials and took her down there and
Yep.
got one of those. Heads up, it's a minimum one item per person sort of deal.
Okay.
But we broke that rule. A bit rebellious. So they were like, oh, sorry, you've only bought one. There's two of you here. I'm like, and? So we navigated that well.
Navigated it, yep.
And, went to watch Mad Max Furiosa.
Yep, the new one.
Furiosa. And so that was fun. Nikki and I are a bit of a fan of that one. So that was a good day. Good day for celebrating her. And finished the week off with some solid work on Friday at the track. And then continued celebrating her with her family yesterday.
Birthday week.
I know. We went hard. We went out to lunch and went bowling at TDP in the new.
The new one's open there.
Bowling zone or whatever.
Yeah. Good.
Entertainment's, it's going off.
Yeah.
Loud. It's everything's happening there.
So it's still downstairs, is it? Where it normally is?
It's the ground floor of the Maya section. Yeah. On the food court there.
Yep.
Under the escalators.
Yep.
You walk under them through there.
Okay.
So good fun.
Excellent.
And so it's been a good week.
And you guys don't train on weekends? I just recently found out. Is that right?
Correct. Generally, we have the weekend to rest, recover. We might do a road ride on a Saturday.
Yep.
Pretty chill.
Okay.
Nothing too intense. But that's generally how it flows for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Monday, Wednesday, Friday training days during the week?
Typically, that's how it flows. It can change
depending on what block.
Depending on what
month
phase
or 6 weeks or something, but that's generally a good way that we structure it.
And it's mainly made up of gym and a track session, like morning arvo, or?
Yeah, typically. Yeah, that's what we would do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like it. I just checked out this lunar landing.
I'm doing exactly
Holy
the same
shit.
thing.
It looks delicious.
I want to
Looks
go.
insane, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You get the really weird spoons and forks as well.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Oh,
Let's have an
pumpkin
AGM
cheese.
there.
AGM.
Oh my god.
What did you get when you went there, Matt?
We got the
Hang on.
chocolate coffee looking one. It's got 24 karat gold leaf on the top.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, you clicked on that. Go back to that.
This one?
Okay, I'll get there, Matthew.
Yeah, that's the one.
oh yeah, delicious.
It's like 6 layers of ridiculous.
Sweet.
Yeah.
This is not even a sponsored post, listeners. This is just lunar landing at Brompton on Hawker Street. Looks delish. Check out their Instagram. Just look up lunar landing.
Yep.
Yes.
Very
Look-
impressive desserts they have.
How
Looks
good.
good.
Very Insta-worthy.
So good week.
Yeah, it
All
has
in
been.
all.
Yep, very good.
Oh, how good. We got a bunch of questions.
We do,
We might go off tangent at some point, but that's fine.
as we always do.
You ticked off one of mine anyway because I was just like, big dog sprinting,
Squat.
squat
Baby.
and leg press. Yes, I love it. But let's go back. Let's go back and tell us what you do, who you are, and how you got here right now. Because really straight up, how many Olympics have you been to?
I've been to 3.
That's what I thought. Yes.
Yes.
How good.
Number 4.
Yes.
That's
Paris
amazing.
hopefully will be my number 4th. And not easy to rack up that many Olympics, especially in a power sport.
Yeah.
Because you tend to expire pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Use up your youth and then all of a sudden you're no longer fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a massive.
That's huge,
15,
yeah.
16 years. So
So he's aging way better than you.
So
But yeah, to answer your question.
tell us how you started and because I know you're a pole vaulter.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, I'm Matt Glaetzer. I'm a Aussie track sprinter and on the velodrome, and I've been doing it since school. So 13 years full time, and I've been in the gym down at Sassy, and then we built a gym into the velodrome at Jeps Cross, and we've been based out of there for the last 8 or so years.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. So I started at 16. I was into athletics, so it was a bit of a journey to get to cycling and sprint cycling on the velodrome. Quickly, it was through athletics, loving pole vault. I then was straining my hamstrings all the time. Got Osgood-Schlatter disease on my knee, so it hurt to run.
Got that too, yeah.
Yeah, it's brutal. And so I had to give that up. My podiatrist actually figured out that my butt wasn't working. The glutes were not firing at all in the 10-meter sprint to the pole vault.
And you're right.
wow.
Yep, the same thing. I like it. It's amazing. Yep.
So yeah, these weird things were happening, and I'm like, look, it's just too hard. Pole vault wasn't working at that point. I'd got really good though, so I jumped 3 meters at 13 years old, came second at national championships. But then after that, it all hit the fan. So 2 years no sport, letting the body recover from that, And it was my school teacher that recommended a triathlon because she's married to an Ironman. So that was her circle of influence. And
Looking down for the
What
tattoo.
are you looking for? Short socks.
I thought you were looking for the tattoo, the Iron Man tattoo.
I'm not quite at that level. My wife, however, she's done a half Ironman, so she can
Nice.
notch that one up. So yeah, went through this triathlon beginnings, and that was when, loved the bike leg of it and thought I'd just join a club and give it a go.
How good.
So that's how it all started. Joined the road and slogged it out there for a few months before that season finished up and found the velodrome. So yeah, I've been doing it ever since, and trying to get faster and stronger every year, trying to not break myself. I've had a fair few injuries and fair few setbacks along the way for sure.
Yeah.
Had a lot of success through those failures and challenges.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a journey.
That's super cool.
And so you're potentially doing number 4 Olympics, but you're also in the background studying?
I am, yes. So I'll be finishing off my Bachelor of Health Science this year in August. So it's all culminating at once.
Yeah.
The Olympics is done,
Yeah.
and then 4 weeks later, my uni's done. And be exciting times after that.
What is health science? Like, what's your words are really hard this afternoon.
So what does that degree get me?
Yes, thank you.
Essentially? Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
I'm still trying to figure that out. No, it's a good generic health science degree, obviously, that can go in multiple directions.
Okay,
so
cool.
I could go work for SA Health. I could then become a DEXA scan technician that I can do the bone densities and all that sort of stuff. I could go different ways with it. I could do a postgrad physio.
I was going to say,
because that was originally the plan.
Yeah.
But I'd like to. Ultimately, I'd love to be a firefighter in the MFS.
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
So that's long term. Ultimate, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But definitely looking into some avenues using that degree after Paris.
Any listeners in the MFS? Come on, let's go.
We've got a teammate.
We've got a
just
team
recently
in.
gone into.
He just wants to be on the calendar.
Yeah. Is that why you want to be in there? To get on the calendar?
Oh look, no, I'll take the
You
job
would
first.
definitely make the calendar.
Be on the calendar. Yeah.
I love it. That's so good. Because you don't really hear. There's a lot more emphasis on that post-career stuff now.
There
Which
has to be.
Yeah.
Especially most Olympic sports don't pay too well.
Nah,
so
shit out.
you need to get your ducks in a row just because. And also, sport is fleeting. You can hurt yourself in an instant, and all of a sudden you can't do what you love. You can't do the sport. You get dropped, and all of a sudden, good luck to you. So it's really important to then have a backup plan for sure.
Yeah.
Because you're early 30s?
Yeah, so I'm 31,
Yeah,
32 just after Paris.
Olympics this year, and then you've got like another 30-odd years of doing
Doing
something.
triathlons.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Scanning bones.
Yeah.
Is that
So
something
we
that
shall
the
see.
program sort of encourages you to make sure you've got something outside of cycling after you retire?
It is, yeah. They do encourage it.
Yeah.
And because it can be a little bit one-sided when you're just fully focused on training and Olympics, and I need to go fast, need to be the best in the world. You need some sort of avenue to then distract yourself with. And also, it gives you peace of mind knowing that you're setting something else up
Yeah.
if this doesn't work or if you want to do something else. Because I've known in my time, like after Tokyo, I was very close to giving this sport away completely.
Yep.
And it's not easy and takes a lot of sacrifice.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's good to know that you can open up your avenues and you can, because this sport often makes the decision for you as to when you have to stop. But if you can have the luxury of having an option and then deciding when you want to pursue certain things, that's the ideal situation.
Yeah. I feel like that's something they do better now than what they've done, 10, 15 years ago.
I was going to say,
Definitely.
to be quite blunt, it's been pretty piss
Like if you have a look at the likes of, Newand
look at
and
Perko.
Newand, Hilly, those sort of guys from that era, they would have come out of cycling with nothing. Now they're just
Well,
working
they're going to coaching roles, right?
Yeah.
Like Edie.
now
and
they're
stuff
just
like
working
that.
a trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, just they get dropped from the team
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, I've got year 10 to my name or year 12.
Yeah.
And
Exactly,
it's like,
right?
got to go find a job.
Bunnies, here I come.
So literally, that's what it goes to. You go from representing your country, being like a Commonwealth Games gold medalist or world champion,
Yeah.
like, okay, now can
Now
I
what?
work at Woolies now? Or
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
It's just you got to
not
start
a
from
bad
scratch
gig.
almost. If
Yeah.
if you don't have anything set up, that's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's wild. Can I jump a few questions ahead?
I love it. Yeah.
Because obviously you're at the height of training going towards the Olympics. So can you pick the heaviest day of the week and start with breakfast for us and then take us through the day? So what's for breakfast and what happens after that?
Yep, for sure. So breakfast, I'll be having like 180 grams of oats with probably, I don't know how much, be like 400 ml milk, just big bowl of oats. Nuke that, especially in this cold weather, need something to help you go. Yep. That's covered with a bit of honey, with some yogurt. That's my breakfast done. And we're packed for the day, packed my track stuff and gym stuff with a lunch as well, because we're out all day. So gym typically starts from 8:30 with stretching until 10 to 9. And then we jump on the watt bikes to warm up, and that's our gym session underway. We would then, whatever lift that would be today, it would either be 2 major lifts. Let's say it's deadlift and what would be?
Do you always do like a bilateral and a unilateral?
Yeah, that's generally the way.
Yeah.
Yep. We'd pair that up. And so, we would do, say, for example, like a back squat and like a single leg RDL sort of thing on one day.
Yeah.
Watch me fall over. Actually, I'm getting better.
So then we'd do like 3 sets. It ranges. It really depends on what time of year we're training.
What phase you're in.
But we can go from 3 to 6 sets of this exercise, and we would then try and do those within a certain time limit, because the gym session can blow out so quickly. So we've got timers running and whatnot to make sure we're not just sitting down.
We got music going.
Long.
You with the lads and the rest of the team.
There's the beats going. There's dancer going on the side. So make sure it's going off. So gym essentially goes for 2.5 hours, from 9 till 11:30 if it's a massive one, and then we have lunch break. We'd go into the athlete lounge at the velodrome. That's just for us. We've got a little kitchen there. We've got 2 rooms with bunk beds. We can have a snooze, which is generally at my ripe age of 31 is where I sort of tend to head is the bunk.
I love it.
The little cave to recharge, and have lunch, and then we'll get going for a 1:30 track session.
Okay.
And that can consist of 3 really big, fast, hard efforts, chasing a motorbike, or lots of multiple shorter starts, depending on what day they're focusing on. So it's that process of developing the strength in the gym and then applying that on the bike, and just sort of trying to hit the power, the speed, and the strength on the bike throughout the week.
Can I butt in for a sec?
Yes, you
this
may.
This is what I was just thinking. Then you've been to like crazy amount of Olympics and world champs and all that. What do you think over the course of your career has changed the most in track sprinting or the velodrome?
Definitely the size of gears we're pushing.
Yeah. I was gonna.
That has increased a lot.
Yeah.
So 2012, when we won the team sprint world title, I believe I was riding 102 in third wheel. Chasing Perko and Scotty Sunderland.
Yeah.
And now we're doing the same event 2 seconds faster?
That is wild. 2 seconds.
On 15 inches bigger. So it's like the torque, the strength, it just has to go through the roof to then do the same acceleration and faster acceleration on even bigger gear.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest change.
Yeah.
Is the gears that we're riding.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to push that time and the fatigue rate and all the science that goes back into it.
Yeah.
Is I think the biggest change.
Yeah, cool.
But also we have fallen into the traps of trying to search for some magical training. Modality
I was just going to say, does that go
to win the Olympics? But now we've really learnt to trust our training.
Yeah.
And what's worked in the past will work again.
Yeah.
And I think that's really critical, and that's where we sort of fell down a little bit with Tokyo prep. We tried to trust a little bit too much the theory rather than what we have done and tried and tested.
Yeah.
So we're relying on that this time, and so we should be pretty well assured that our performance should be pretty dialed in.
Yeah.
And the aero gains, would have they come a long way from that time that you were saying as well?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There was a time there where the Brits had a big advantage on everyone. They were doing a lot more R&D on that in that space than us, and especially at London Olympics, there was a big uproar about like, oh, it's so unfair. They've got all this kit, and it's now pretty well equalised.
Yep,
looks it.
Yes, I mean, because it's funny what people think. People think our bike is the best for acceleration because Lee's the fastest starter in the world. And I'm like, pretty sure that's more the rider than the bike.
Yeah.
So it's all pretty on par. You can see some crazy bikes out there now, like the Hope and the Japanese bike.
Is that the left? That's the left side drive one, is it?
Yeah, and
they've
they've also got
yeah.
like 4 little fairings on the front forks that like would, I don't know, create vortices or something.
Yeah, right.
Down flow of it. It's pretty impressive to look at.
Yeah.
And looks pretty fast. But yeah, there's definitely a lot more complexity in the bike frames.
Yeah.
Compared to the old BTs, right?
Yeah, that's right.
They're still sick.
They're still good. They're still good.
Even I had one of them. In the
Did you?
TP. Yeah, I did BT in the TP. Yeah.
Do they make them of wood?
Not that old. Sorry. Not that old. Do they do testing on the skin suits as well with you guys, similar to what they do with the TP guys as well?
Yes,
Yeah.
Skin suits are a big part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, the person on the bike is the biggest
Yeah.
drag factor.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
trying to minimise and make that as efficient as possible
Yeah.
is huge. And that's our biggest focus as a rider, is to make sure we are as tucked and in our ideal position that we've found in the wind tunnels and all this testing that we've done.
Yeah. I don't know
optimise
how
it.
you get down so low.
I remember because I only started cycling when I was 30, and I did a bit of track like with Paddy and those guys, and I remember seeing like old photos of you then versus now, and like even like you just couldn't get the same handlebars you use now, right? All the handlebars are all like the what is it, the clearance between the top of the handlebar and the bottom, like it's like super sleek now compared to like back in the day, like big drop handlebars and everything like that. It's pretty
Definitely.
wild.
Yeah,
It's
all
crazy.
aerofoiled out. And,
Yeah.
There's no sort of Eastern sort of just...
No.
carbon
That's what I was
tubing.
thinking. Those ones.
Drop-
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
The Alpinas.
Yeah,
What are
yeah,
the 36? Oh, yeah.
Wide as well. So their bars are quite
Yeah.
narrow now.
Yeah.
Bars are much narrower.
So what's the width of your bars now?
Good question. I'll
33
probably
or
say
something?
I was going to
30?
say, yeah, I was going to say 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon
Right.
30s.
That's crazy.
I tried
Right.
28 and it was a little bit too narrow, I think,
Okay.
for myself. Because
Yeah.
I start to... Because I'm a big lad, like I don't...
The words
The
unit.
space with the bike is not as accommodating for myself as it is the other guys that are shorter.
You got to
So
free Des and Troy, don't you?
that's it. It's a constant battle between my elbow and my kneecap.
Yeah.
They're bashing each other with it when the handlebars get too narrow. So find the good combo and go as fast as possible with the aerodynamics is huge for us.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that. Go on. Go, Matt.
We did touch on this before, and I was actually, in a good way, blown away by it. So what is your Norton PB?
My Norton PB, I was looking up this earlier as we were chatting, is 1746.
And average watts?
Average watts of 323.
And was this? Did you say this was last year?
So this was last year.
How good?
I improved 2 minutes 15 seconds from April to October.
That's
I love that.
Trying to see what I could do at Norton
Yeah.
period there.
And you're 31.
I
Are
am.
you thinking what I'm thinking? 31, Masters, Keystone,
Absolutely.
let's go,
You're
Super
in.
Series.
Let's tee it up.
After the Olympics, we've got you sorted.
I found my new leader, guys. Have I? Let's go.
Right. Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive. So
We said before you've been like Com Games, Olympic Games. I think the list is pretty amazing. But what's your greatest life achievement? Greatest day on the bike?
Either or. I'm
Either
putting it
or.
out there.
Yeah. I think I like where you've gone with this question because historically we've just gone, what's your greatest day on the bike? But like, what's your Yeah, and/or greatest life achievement.
I struggle to pinpoint one greatest day on the bike for me because I've had some really amazing moments.
Yeah.
The first one that really stands out was the first world title.
Yeah.
The first of everything is always memorable for us, and that was at Melbourne, the team sprint win with Shane Perkins and Scott Sunderland. We qualified, I don't know where exactly, but it was probably 5th.
Jeez.
And we didn't make the medals.
Yeah.
And then 3 teams get disqualified for illegal changes.
Was that 2012?
2012.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Worlds.
Amazing.
All of a sudden we go from like not a medal chance to then banking a silver, going to the gold final against the French, 3/10 faster than us. And we have been beaten by them at the previous 2 Olympics.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's go. We got nothing to lose here.
Yeah.
And we go out, smash it, and we beat them by 1,000th of a second on the throw on the line. And it was incredible. I smashed my visor on my head stem. There's a big scratch down the middle of it. I then disorientate myself. I was like, what the heck's just happened? I couldn't tell if we'd won or not because I looked at the scoreboard and all the numbers were the same. I was like,
literally like,
wait,
what,
it's the last
finger in it as well? Like that? That's
it would probably at those speeds be about a centimetre in it. So I saw Shane Perkins throw his hand up in the air and celebrate, and I was like, "Oh, sweet, how good we've won!" So that was pretty special. We got on the Project, the TV show. For like pulling off a Bradbury of the cycling world.
So when you say illegal change, is just explain to the listeners where you need to change by on the team sprint.
So the rules have now changed, but they were more strict back then.
Yep.
So on the changeover, the front wheel could not overlap the back wheel of the rider that you're following.
Right.
So me as a third wheel rider coming to change as second wheel's finishing, as they're swinging up, I cannot overlap.
You cannot come underneath them at all.
Wheel before they've swung across the pursuit line.
Yep.
And the teams did that.
Okay.
Because it's so hard to judge that.
Yeah.
Now we just need to not overlap their front wheel, so we can be completely alongside on the change.
Yep.
And that's what we aim for.
Yeah.
Sort of a quarter of a wheel buffer would be nice. But that would be the perfect scenario of no time lost on the exchange at this point. But back then you couldn't overlap the rear wheel, which was a bit tough because I think people lost Olympic medals on that rule. Yeah. Pretty brutal. But we benefited a lot from it, got a world title out of it, beat the French, felt pretty good.
Because they were like back then, the French was the team, right?
Yeah, we got Gregory Bourget and...
Pavis?
Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, it would have been at that point. So that was a big one. But also a special one for me was winning in front of my wife for the first time at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham.
How good.
We smashed the team sprint, and then I had a shocking Kieran, crashed. Mayhem, almost won a bronze. Got that taken away from me because I was a bit too aggressive with it. And rubbed on the way past, and apparently not allowed to do that. And then came away with the kilo win at the end. So to share that with her was pretty special. And good memories.
Nice. What's your kilo, PB?
You know what? I don't actually know. I can't name that off the top of my head. So I will have to leave that one for
sub minute. Obviously.
Yeah, it'd be low 59s.
Yep, rapid.
Yeah,
wild.
Yeah, that was pretty quick. But generally, the second part of that question was what's the greatest day in general?
Yeah.
I'd probably say my wedding day was pretty cool.
Epic.
Yeah.
I had a funny feeling you were going to say that.
So that's always a big one. That was huge. And to share what I do now with Nikki is so good. Like my whole career, I've been like, what I do is so cool. And it would be awesome to share that with someone. And now I have been able to do that. And so it's just made everything I do just that little bit more meaningful. That would be mine.
Is it like the first time you've had that kind of external motivation a little bit, or?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
100%. I'm not only just doing it for myself anymore.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Yeah, we support each other, and having her by my side is always the best. And to know that she's there at the end of a long, hard day is always good.
Yeah, that's so
Will
good.
she be going to Paris?
Yeah,
Touch
definitely.
wood that you'll be selected?
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
she got a ticket before I've got mine.
She's going even if you're not.
Yeah.
Because you got to go into a pool for the tickets, don't you? Is that right?
Yeah, well, she got her airline ticket, so she will be in
Yep.
Paris in general.
Yep.
But
Yep.
so they do get allocated tickets.
Yep.
So we get 2 tickets per athlete
Okay.
per session that we race in that she
Right.
can then purchase.
Yep.
It's not free.
Yep.
So yeah, they will be able to. She'll be there cheering me on in
Yeah,
Paris. So
And-
she didn't need much convincing to go to Paris. Let me
I
tell
was
you
going to
that.
say, I'm like, Paris. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Very good. What do we got next? Worst day on the bike.
Yeah, I can clearly answer this one.
I see the face. I was like, oh, we're going dark. Yeah.
Our worst day would have been sprint day at the Commonwealth Games in Brisbane, where I've come in as reigning world champ. I've qualified fastest, and I end up having the wrong gear on my bike, and I try and be a bit too polite to the slowest qualifier, and who's a dangerous rider, Saram Shah from Malaysia, and I get rolled on the line, photo finish, and all of a sudden I've now been knocked out first round. Thanks for coming. Australia is expecting like a potential gold medal from me in this event, and I'm now just gone.
It was almost a given, right? In the
It was
form.
going to look pretty good.
Yeah.
And huge home crowd just silenced, like, what the heck's just happened? And I just want to just collapse into
Crawl
the
into a
velodrome,
hole.
just right into it, like a absolute black hole, and just disappear.
Yeah.
But you just have to face the music.
Yeah.
And so I was like so devastated and in shock
Yeah,
of what just happened.
Yeah.
And it was horrible. And the media person was like, look, you can take your time. You don't have to, because Channel 7 at that point was like ready for an interview.
Yeah.
And you're like, no. Are you insert colourful words? Kidding. You're like, yeah.
And I was like, yep, let's do it. So I just owned it and was like, yep, I stuffed up. This is a bad day. And yeah, had a couple of days to then try and get over that. But it took a few days actually, because I had the kilo after that. And that was a bad day. And that's definitely my worst day on the bike. Was not proud of that one. But I did come back from it, thankfully.
Good.
That was a bad one.
Alex.
Yeah, so obviously along the way, has there been something in particular or someone that's been an inspiration for and through your cycling journey?
Yeah, outside of cycling, I've always been a fan of Usain Bolt. His elite nature and his talent and his speed, because I've come from an athletic background as well. But within my sport, I was very privileged to train alongside Adam Mears for the first 6 or so years of my senior career. And yeah, she is not only a champion on the bike, but off the bike as well. She's a really, really good person. And she helped me out from the transition from juniors to seniors. And yeah, forever grateful for that. And so she would be someone that I looked up to immensely for just the professionalism, the way she handled herself in success. I think was a big factor of how I wanted to sort of go about it myself as well. Just the not letting the success get to your head, because we're all in the business of beating everyone. You want to be the best in the world.
Yeah.
You're trying to be number one. So it's a very selfish, really, mindset to always have. And she just handled herself professionally. So yeah, she'd be one that I looked up to for years. And yeah. She's it was a privilege to be her teammate. And now having her as the chef de mission of the Australian Olympic team is pretty special. And she's doing an awesome job.
I was going to say, she seems to have just transitioned into that role seamlessly.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's done a great job, and all the athletes love her in that role, and because she knows exactly what we want and need. And so yeah, I think she's perfect for it.
That's so good. Well, but between the two of you, it's like almost a lot of Olympics between the two of you, right? How many athletes would you both have seen just go through the cycle? Like, you would have seen heaps. Like,
Yeah, that's a
wild.
good point. I mean, I have gone through quite a few teammates. Through my 13 years. That's definitely for sure. I've started off as the young kid, as the new kid on the block. I'm now the opposite end of that. All my teammates are like 24 years old. I'm like, my goodness, where's the time gone?
I know.
So yeah, there's been quite a few that's come and gone in the time, and that's just the nature of sport.
I know,
It's cutthroat.
Yeah.
If you're not the fastest, you won't last long. And yeah, that's been the case. And thankfully, I've been fortunate and blessed with the talent that I am pretty good at what I do, and I've been able to have the longevity in it, which is great. But there's been, I've had 8 different teammates minimum throughout my time, and we only need a team of 3.
That's wild.
So yeah,
I was trying to think about some of them. Then I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yep.
I mean,
there's quite a few.
There's so many. I mean, and there's so many talented people too, and the timings of things, and different coaches, different mindsets. How brutal they are with cutting, and keeping talent, and there's a lot.
It's elite sport for you, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah, if you can't.
It's a cutthroat industry.
Oh, yeah. And I've said this to the guys before, like the similarities between like sport and music like that, it's just like for like. It's just that entertainment with sport and everything that is that. It's so crazy.
Only the best survive.
Yeah, 100%.
And as an athlete, and another interesting point is that the athletes are the constant turnaround. You've got the normal staff that kind of monitor everything. And the coaches might change every 6 years or so. But go through so many different athletes.
Oh yeah,
and you almost feel like a cog, like a commodity, like an expendable sort of
another brick
element to the elite sport nature that you're trying to hang on for as long as you can to get your little bit of success and satisfaction out of it. Yeah, but it can be either a short time or a long time. It's really up to you and your talent, really.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's so good. Wang, come on.
We answered this before.
Ask him to.
I've got a funny feel I know the answer to this one. Favourite cheap meal? Zinger burger, good or bad?
There's 2 questions.
The 2 questions there, yeah.
Whether the Zinger burger is good or bad?
Zinger burger, good or bad?
I'd go with Zinger, yeah.
Okay.
Of all fast foods,
I wasn't expecting it either, actually. So.
I mean, of all fast foods, like KFC would probably be my pick.
Okay, excellent.
If I was to, have to choose one. Because, I mean, deep down you feel like you're just getting the protein anyway. So as a sprinter, you're like, I'm maintaining
protein.
my muscles, so, it's fine.
Basically, like, chicken, breast, it's fine. Going back all the fats and, that's good. What about a cheat meal, though?
My cheat meal would be the Everything Burger from Burger Tech. Would be my go-to. It's got, like, a fat, awesome beef patty and then, like, fried chicken, bacon, egg, beetroot, like the lot. Like
where is this burger?
There's one pretty
Close
So there's one in Paradise.
Lower North Road.
Opposite Mazda Motors.
Yep.
Okay.
So Burger Tech is
TEC?
TEC. Yeah. The Everything Burger. Go have a crack at it.
Yeah,
it's
I've
a
had
good
a few
one.
burgers from there.
So, whilst you're having your cheat meal, what else are you doing off the bike to balance the day?
In a cheating nature, or just,
just
in
general, just to take your mind away from the bike and the weight.
True. So I am currently still doing my Bachelor of Health Science. Yep. So there is a bit of study involved there, thrown in with my day offs. So I do that. My wife and I have just bought a house in the last few months, so there's always little bits and bobs to do around there. Which is always fun. Taking a lot of pride in my lawn, so trying to get that looking good.
I don't want to look at mine at the moment.
No, neither mine. Yeah.
Because we've bought one of 2 identical properties, essentially.
So you can't have the next doors being
exactly.
Any better.
You got to get the prime one being yours. So that's been fun.
May I suggest a robot lawnmower? Greatest thing ever.
You got a robot lawnmower?
You've seen his robot lawnmower?
You've seen it's Mo Diggity.
Mo Diggity, yeah. He's named it.
What a name.
Do you have any pets?
Actually, no,
pets.
I have.
No pets?
Yes,
that's why your lawn's nice.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Not like your tree.
We didn't want any animal hair around the brand new house.
Yeah.
We're like, let's keep it clean.
Yeah.
No pets just yet. Yeah, looking after the new place.
Yeah.
My daughter plays grass hockey for the school, and so the backyard is just.
It's a hockey field.
Oh no,
that
pretty
hockey
good
stick's
these
been
days. The initial couple of the first month there was a lot of hacks in the. It's like either golf. Yeah, it was basically you look like I was playing golf out the back. So
Nice.
It was good. We're good now though.
Her technique is a bit more refined.
It's good. Yeah, we went. Oh, that's right. That's what we did yesterday. Went
Just taking it back.
hockey practice. Yeah, that's
Hockey
what we did.
practice?
Hockey practice. Went for a ride too. It was good. Yeah.
We've been through that.
Yeah, I know.
Sure.
Sorry. Old age.
Just
Reminiscing
chop that
on
out and put it back.
No. Just reminiscing. This is what we do. It's great.
Can you describe the process or emotion that you go through before a big event?
Good question.
It's on the page.
Yeah,
I just read it out.
I know.
So I always feel nerves.
Yep.
Always have a little bit of anxious energy, which is fine and normal. I've gone from being petrified and insanely nervous as a young lad to then obviously controlling it and being used to it now. So there's that sort of nervous anticipation of the event. And what I do to control that and just be in the mindset of performing is to focus on exactly what I need to do at the start of the race.
Yep.
Because after that, it kind of takes care of itself. So for me, I focus on my start technique for that team sprint event and my cues that I have for that.
Yep.
How I want to launch myself off the line. Just simple things that I tell myself just to keep the process normal.
Almost like affirmations.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's a big part of keeping everything the same because you can make your event that you've done so many times into this big scary thing in like the Olympic scenario where it's really just the same race that you've done every other season.
Yep.
So it's to try and get yourself into that mindset of just to execute what we want to do.
Yep.
And knowing that there's that, cameras, lights, it's the Olympics or it's the World Championships sort of moment that might start creeping into your thoughts. So, it's that process-driven thought process that keeps me grounded and, able to deliver.
And have you traditionally always ridden last wheel in the team sprint?
Traditionally, yes.
Yep.
There has been times where I've ridden second.
Okay.
Second typically is the fastest person in the team.
Yep.
Because they are the person that gets to the highest peak speed in
Right.
the event.
Okay.
Third wheel just tries to hang on to that speed
And
for
rest of it.
the best they can for that last lap. And
Yep.
I've always been the longer sprinter
Yep.
of the team. I am suited to third wheel.
Yep.
But there was a period there where I was the fastest as well. So they're like, we'll put you in 2 to maximise that and
Yep.
then see how we go. So back into third wheel at the moment, which is good.
And how hard is it to get onto Lee's wheel out of the gate?
Well, thankfully I'm not chasing Lee directly.
Not as much. Yeah.
That's Richo's job.
Yeah.
But it is hard. I mean, him on his day he's lightning quick. So he's impressive. Impressive lad is just going to get quicker too.
Yep.
So it's awesome that he's on our team. That's for sure. And he gets us off to a ripper start, and it's our job to kick on
Have
with
they
the rest
all
of it.
got you on similar size gears, or they gear up Lee a little bit more
So typically Lee's on a smaller gear than us
smaller? Okay.
because he just has one lap and he's done.
Done. Yep.
We have to accelerate even further past his lap for our peak speed. So it's better for us to be on a bigger gear.
Yep. Okay.
And we can generally manage that and hold on to it as best as we can at that point because Richo then goes under Lee
Throttle.
super quick.
Yeah.
And I get up after Richo's first quarter lap, then the pace is sort of settled.
Yep.
It's hit the peak, and I'm then getting ready for my lap, and I can have 8 seconds of get ready on the wheel, relax.
8
seconds.
seconds of calm.
Yeah.
Maybe if I'm lucky that long,
Yeah.
more like 6.
Yeah.
And then it's my turn to hold on for
Rip
dear
it.
life and try and ride as low as I can.
Yeah.
Black line and bring it home. Massive lunge to the finish. So third wheel is definitely my preferred spot.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay.
How good.
Just a stat for the listeners at home. Fastest you've been in the velodrome, whether it be in a race, behind a bike, what's your
You're
max
talking
speed?
speed-wise?
Yeah.
I think it would be 83 kilometres an hour chasing a motorbike.
Yeah, that's epic.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
right.
get 78 by ourselves.
Yeah.
And we can generally get about extra 5k an hour chasing the motorbike.
Yes.
And above 85k an hour, the motorbike is like sketching out.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing a motorbike sketching out in front of you, and then it's that's not a good sight. So
No,
it's good fun. We pull 2 G-forces in the corners.
Yeah.
At those speeds,
Jesus.
and it's pretty fun.
That's epic.
And Max Watts, what's your record there?
Yes.
2,500 watts of hit.
That wouldn't be all of us combined together.
I knew it would be like mid to high twos. I was like,
That's on the race bike or on what bike?
It's gone up Norton.
That's on the track bike on the track.
Bike? Yeah.
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 Definitely not up Norton.
Just for that first bit to clean
Yeah.
Chance.
Yeah, right.
I'd probably break my road bike before I could put that power out.
Yeah, I think it would as well.
that's epic.
Lastly, before we move on, what are the future goals and plans, both in and out of cycling? Like, what do you?
Yeah, so it's an exciting time for me at the moment because this Olympics, all being well, I'll be there in Paris. Will be my last Olympics, being my 4th Games. I'm still open to riding for Australia.
Masters.
Yeah, that's it. I'm ready for the lead out. And off the bike, I'm finishing my degree.
Yeah.
I'm investigating employment opportunities for sure after Paris because, look, I've got a mortgage now and bills need to be paid.
Yeah.
100%.
So on as well. Usually.
That's right.
Mo diggity.
So yeah, it's looking into opportunities that come my way after Paris, and enjoying life with Nikki with a little bit of a break after the Paris Games. It's always nice to have a few months to just relax and not be an athlete for a while.
Decompress.
Yeah.
Be a bit of a normal person, which is refreshing.
Yep.
And so that's how far I can see in the future.
Will you stay over in Paris after the games for a bit of a holiday or
At the moment, no, we're coming back.
coming back?
Yeah,
Yep.
on the charter flight.
Yep.
Hopefully
Hopefully with a gold medal.
Hopefully with the gold medal.
So
yes,
seat number 1.
or a medal.
Yeah.
And for the listeners, we do get ranked on our performance on the way home on the charter flight.
Yeah.
So the gold medalists get first class
Yeah.
because we have the whole plane to ourselves.
Plane full of
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. So then the silver medalists in business class, bronze, premium, and then
medals
fourth
underneath.
and beyond.
With the luggage.
You're at the back.
cattle class.
Cattle class.
baby.
Yeah.
Will you march in the opening ceremony or is that too close to your event?
No, we
No.
won't.
No.
We never have as
Okay.
a cycling team.
Yeah, stay off the legs.
Hey.
Yeah, so we're the
Nice
last
stand
week of
when
the
you can
games.
sit.
Yeah, but it's quite. Is it? I don't know. Like I felt like that was pretty prestigious to do that, but I don't know.
I would have
It
thought
is,
it'd be
but at
more
the end of the
prestigious to win a
day-
gold medal.
It's a fair point.
Yeah.
I mean, we've won races by 1,000th of a second.
Yeah, it's true.
And if you're then on the other side of that, lose it by that margin.
Yeah.
And then you think
You're in
back,
cattle class on the way back.
that 2 hours I was waiting in the tunnel at the Olympic
Yeah,
Stadium for the opening ceremony and then walking around. As sprinters, not a fan of walking. We're pretty
I'm not a
soft
fan
in that
of walking,
regard.
yeah.
No, it makes sense. What about closing ceremony?
Closing will be there for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So I'll be racing, hopefully, the Kieran, the last day of the Olympics. And so we'll finish up in the early afternoon.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we'll head into Paris and get ready for the closing ceremony.
And
Oh, yeah.
everyone stays in the village?
Not everyone.
No.
Yeah, we've got our own hotel.
Okay, so you're not in the village?
No, we're
So you
staying
don't
in
have
a Mercure hotel in Paris.
Put up with the anti-sex beds?
Yeah, no, thankfully, no cardboard for us.
No
Cardboard beds.
cardboard bed.
So athletes can't have sex on
They
them. If
branded
do,
them
they
as
break
anti-sex beds, but I doubt that'll actually work.
No. Do it on the floor. Yeah.
So yeah, there's always topics. Every Olympics there's always something.
Yeah.
And also because Europe, they don't really do air conditioning,
No.
and so that is a big issue. Thankfully, we're in a modern hotel, so we're
Yep.
sorted. We've sort of outsourced the accommodation element of it,
Booked a hole.
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
and we'll just go into the village for the last night to
Yeah,
see,
that's them.
see what it's like.
They run them in Tokyo as well.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, they're sturdy enough, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, going for the
Can't
sustainable
imagine them being comfortable
route.
to sleep on, looking at a mattress.
I was really trying hard to come up with some sort of cardboard related pun, but I've got nothing
No.
at all. No.
No,
Yeah, no. Well, honestly, best of luck.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll need luck, to be fair. You're a bloody weapon, so yeah.
No, thank you guys. It's going to be exciting few weeks to come in the lead up.
Can't wait.
All right, moving on. The Summiteers, we got in front of the camera last week, didn't we?
Oh, his little shiny forehead
Yes,
goes in there
it was
like
a little
that.
shiny forehead.
Looks good.
So shout out to Cycle with Serafina and Lewis from Recycle Bicycle. They hit us up with some of their questions and put us on the YouTubes and soon to be TVs. So we'll share that.
I think it hit YouTube last night, and then it'll probably hit TV
a couple of weeks. I think
3 weeks time, possibly. Yeah. She'll let us know.
Just free to air TV as well, isn't it?
Hey,
free to air TV.
Which channel can we find this on?
44 in Adelaide and 31 in Melbourne.
Yeah, that one. Yep.
Love it.
So the community.
At the, what is it? We're going to Logies or the
whatever.
Something like that. We'll one of them.
Lock it in.
Best new talent.
Arias or something like that. They got podcast class, don't they?
Sure.
No, why not?
Yep.
Shall we jump in?
Let's do it.
Awesome. Look, the main reason why we exist, so let's see who's been spinning up the summit this week and check out the times for the folks who've been giving us a show. It might be the fast guys if I can talk. It might be the slower ones. It may be everyone in between. Like we said, we'll dive into their rides and data a little bit more robustly. And then we'll see who and what has caught our eyes on the leaderboards for some hand-picked times and fun and analysis.
So, Mr. Glaetzer, you've got the fastest man and woman this week.
I don't think the man really matters this week.
Doesn't, no.
Apparently not. I've heard that, but we're going to announce them anyway. So, the fastest man this week goes to the colossal Wang.
Once again,
the big man has averaged 422 watts up the mount, averaging 26.6k an hour, with an average heart rate, I'm assuming, of 174 beats per minute.
Yep.
So
it was pretty high.
He's going for it. Yeah, he felt that one.
Yep. It might have been the new tropics that put the heart rate up high.
Is that all-time power?
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. No, you've
No.
longer than...
It's only
I mean, it's not his personal best time.
No.
So he is, a minute slower than his PB.
That was behind the scooter, that one.
Oh, well. Jeez. Don't tell Strava that.
Seconds off his best time.
I love it.
Oh, very good. The fastest woman is Savage Sweet Potato with a time of 16:57. Definitely has me covered. And so she averaged a wattage of 228 up the climb with an average heart rate of 164, averaging 19.4k an hour. So solid work.
Yeah, nice.
Definitely beat me up there. So well done. You've put me in your dust.
Wang. What have we got?
Here in the men's bracket.
I did the 14 this week, guys.
14-minute bracket.
Because a little birdie caught my eye. I was like,
yep.
Oh, I haven't seen that name in a while.
So yeah, this guy was a PB today. So
fastest Strava.
I reckon he'd have it on the Cycle 2 Max.
Yeah, he'd definitely have a fast one on Cycle Max. So with a time of 14:10, average power of 374, heart rate's up there as well, 172 beats per minute. We have Russell My Feather. I like that one.
What a name.
Yeah, very good. And then we have yesterday from Supers Ride. This guy's got a rapid PB of 11:34. He's pulled out of 14:15 yesterday, so probably not in ideal conditions because there was headwind yesterday. Average power 336. We have Mumbo number 105.
Lovely.
Coming up next, we have with a time of 14:15. Not actually that far behind his PB, only 30 seconds with a PB of 13:42. We have average watts 319. That dad has a huge son.
He doesn't like it, does he?
No, I don't like that one.
He's got to get a PB to change it.
Have we got a PB here as well? Yep,
yes.
14:44. This gentleman has just rocked with 397. He's almost cracked the magical 400 watt average power there.
I know, right?
177 beats, so he's also working.
Is he a big boy?
Do we know
I
who he is?
No, I don't. No, but
Newbie.
reach out to us.
Podcast.
What do we have? What is that name, Kashi?
Detmold Plastics.
Detmold Plastics. We have. I'm not sure what that means either.
Just a place on
McGill Road.
Chief Street.
Chief
something.
Street.
Chief Street.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
for my clients, actually.
Oh, there you go.
I
There
used
we
to live
go.
near Chief Street.
So,
Near
And
Lunar
the-
Landing.
It is, yes. They're landing. With an R.
okay.
Pirate's letter.
Yes.
And then lastly, we've got with a time of 14:49. This was on Supers, average watts of 346. We have Madam Ducks of Quackenbush.
Good job, Wang.
Thank you. Alex, you got the women's
what do you
bracket.
got, mate?
Gone through the 20 to 21s. Leading us this week, Ding Dong, a 20
Hello.
and 01. Hello. 216 watts, 170 beats per minute, though, so she's working. Second place, Ying and Yens.
New to the potty and a PB.
And a PB. Congratulations. 2021. 215 watts, 182 beats per minute. So she's working also.
Average 182?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Right.
Felt that one.
Shit.
Jeez.
Coming in third
Can you
place
sing
with a...
this person's name, please?
Sorry?
Can you rather than say the name? Can you sing it?
Let me get there. So with a 2037, 203 watts, 163 beats per minute, Mikey's mum has got it going on.
Right. Good job.
Yeah.
This is a PB as well?
Yes.
Yep.
PB as well.
The next one, or that one was? Oh,
that one was too.
Yes.
Well done.
Congratulations. Fourth place, Kevin 07 with a 2114, no power, no heart rate data. And lastly, the Fluffer
This is also a PB.
has got a PB of 2142, knocking
not
almost
least, is it?
30
No.
seconds off the time.
That's what it was.
I had a double take.
200 watts,
good.
165 beats per minute.
Love
Nice
it.
job, ladies.
I didn't have a hand pick this
That's
week.
okay. We'll just go straight into Wang's weather.
But
We will, but I'm not prepared.
are you not prepared?
Wang's weather this week brought to
The
you
Wang
by...
is to the left, the wind is blowing that way.
It is. I don't have to worry about that. It doesn't move in the wind. So Wang's weather brought to you by Bikey
The
Wipes.
windmill?
Because I've
What about Pillar? What's going on?
Yes, I'm waiting for Gus to email me back to my reply for a code from Pillar.
Gus.
So, but Angus,
You're getting like dicked with these automated responses,
they're
aren't you?
not automated,
You
mate.
can't pick
So
automated.
anyway, I am
100%
still on the Pillar
automated.
Performance Magnesium. It's working well this week.
Yeah, I can shout them out.
Yeah?
I'm on it. Yeah,
Love it.
Yeah.
It works well.
Are you
Definitely.
tablets or powder?
I am
Tell them.
tablets for magnesium
Yeah.
out of convenience.
Yeah.
Powder
Exactly
for the
what I did.
vitamin C
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
Vitamin C is
it's good.
good?
Yeah, it's good.
Delish.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll have a discount code for the listeners soon. This week, weather-wise, well, Jesus, it's looking pretty wet at the moment. So can't see us getting out at all. As far as wind goes,
Wait, does this mean you're going to lose the 2,000 streak? I don't think so.
no, I'll be
No,
honest.
he'll-
He'll still do 3
I'll be
Zoom
honest.
sessions.
Swift, yeah.
Well, it won't happen. You're
Nah.
going to have to die.
Timmy Decker did tell me to take a day off today. He messaged me yesterday.
Did
I was
he?
like,
The
I'm
big
not
man
dead.
himself.
I'm not
Yeah.
dead. So
What's your... Once you do that, then you can give us the stats on your TP. I would hate to think what your numbers are on Training Peaks right now.
no, they're not. They're pretty low actually. So
Low for you.
Tapering.
yeah.
Yeah.
This week's weather-wise, well, most days are going to be pretty good with tailies up Norton. There's northwests all week, apart from Friday. So if you want to brave the elements out there and get absolutely saturated, looks like we've got 15 to 20 mil of rain pretty much every day this week.
Yuck.
Is there a better day?
Nah, they're all similar winds. Nah, they're all similar sort of strong. Yep, all the same. 25 to 35 northwesters all week. So,
And
yeah.
just to rehash the best wind conditions for a good Norman.
Southwester or a northwester. It was a northwester today when I went up. So, but I prefer a southwester.
Personal preference.
It is.
I love it. Alex, what's happening this week besides rain?
Besides
Yeah.
rain, well, Adelaide Hills is starting their hill climb series again with Sunday 7th of July, round 1, the Kennels to Blackburn. So that's up the freeway and then up the little pincher.
Up Blackburn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's steep, that one.
That is steep
That
as
is spicy.
hell.
Safe to say I won't be competing.
Yeah, will not be. Yep.
Hopefully there's no rogue gears at the top.
I think there is...
I think there's a weight limit, like 80 kilos plus, something about that.
I think there's
No
three,
chance.
three rounds of that. You get combined
Yeah, there is.
together. Yep.
Yeah.
Adelaide Mountain Bike Club, Sunday 30th of June, XCM at Fox Creek.
You guys doing this?
I am doing it.
Alex,
I don't
have you ridden your mountain bike yet?
No. No. Oz Cycling SA combined with South Coast doing the Winter Wednesday at Adelaide Superdrome. That's in, I haven't put a date, but I believe it's Wednesday week. Also, Oz Cycling general track training on Wednesday the 3rd of July. And then we had last week where Oz Cycling were doing that development academy thing. So this Thursday, the 27th of June, they're actually young Meg Lemon
Yeah.
is going to be presenting some basics of sport nutrition training and recovery And that's for like juniors, 13, 15, 17 athletes. Parents are very welcome and encouraged.
It's good.
Any waving etiquette as well?
Waving etiquette, yes.
Yep.
So that's 6 till 7 in the VIP room at the Superdrome. And then after that finishes, those athletes have the opportunity to go or hire a track bike and join in with the Track Development Academy session. So that's pretty cool. There's a couple more of those things happening in the next few weeks as well.
Good idea.
And if you're not aware, Meg Lemon is a Paralympic cyclist who's a bronze medalist. So she knows her stuff, and she's a nutritionist by trade.
That's it. I knew she was dietitian, nutritionist. Yeah.
Yeah, a really good person. She trains in Adelaide. We've seen her
I was going to say, we're looking
around
for
a bunch.
just to come on the pod.
Also coaches Echelon.
Does she?
Yeah.
She doesn't run for Kiss now, does she?
No, she does. She has been 3 years.
She has not. Don't lie to me.
So yeah, following on from that, Saturday the 29th of June, the Oz Cycling again have the Development Academy Bunch Ride.
That's
kicking off at
great.
Vic Park. They're focusing on road racing skills, including riding in a bunch, rolling turns, attacking, and reading the weather like Wang.
Just like Wang's weather.
And also cornering, which you definitely need to do.
I'm assuming reading the weather would be like
Which way to roll up the road.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Sometimes I have trouble.
Some people get very, very confused.
They do.
When you're racing chop.
You have to pull snot rockets out.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else we got?
Next Saturday, the 29th of June, is the Winter Crit.
This
Saturday.
may not go ahead with a 90% chance of rain on Saturday.
That's why it's a Winter Crit. Put your fat tyres on. And lastly, Sunday the 30th of June, Peddler Crossfire Cup Round 2 at Cross Keys BMX Club.
Can we just step back a little bit to the notable mentions? Did we have someone buy us some coffees this week?
Oh my God.
Great call out.
I'm glad that you're female.
You on the board? Also, you're in trouble.
I'm in trouble?
Yeah, you
We'll
didn't
talk
wish a
about this
certain purple flavoured grapefruit OxyShred happy birthday.
That was 2 episodes ago.
I know, but I'm still hearing about it.
I copped it from her as well.
Yeah,
that
okay,
one.
cool.
Yeah.
Back onto the notable mentions. Yes,
Yes.
Mr. Nathan Thomas did buy us 3 copies, and he said, Kashi and Alex, keep up the great work.
Thank you, Nathan.
I sent him a message to say thank you. So.
I love that. Well, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, all creatures in between, we'd love to thank our guests,
And
Glaetzer and Good.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. It's been awesome to be on with you.
It's been great. So thanks for coming on the show. So if you listeners have enjoyed yourself, if I can actually talk, that'd be great. Why don't you give us a follow through your favourite podcast apps? Thank you, Matthew. And access all episodes through YouTube as well. So please subscribe, hit the bell icon. And don't forget to tell all your friends and share it. Stop, Dad. Stop. And share it with everyone. Wow.
Now, we are all over the socials where majority of it is watching those reels and sending them to everyone. We'll give you update info and let you know when new episodes are out along with other podcast news information. And if you support the podcast, head to our Buy Me a Coffee page. And if you donate, we'll give you a shout out on the podcast next week.
If Wang remembers, yes.
No, I remember.
Good work, Wang. Actually,
Thank you.
no piss take. Good work.
Yeah, we would love your feedback and to know your thoughts. So hit us up, let's have a chat through our Facebook or Instagram page, or shoot something through to our email at radelaidesummit@gmail.com. And with that,
Here we go. Here we go.
I'll leave you with a bit of a thinker, right? If 4 out of 5 people suffer from diarrhea, does that mean 1 enjoys it? See you on the summit this week.
Goodbye.
When you're driving in Chevy and you're feeling something heavy.